Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. In the past few days, the Supreme Court has been receiving a lot of backlash from Kenyans over their verdict on the presidential elections. So some few hours ago, the Supreme Court responded. In this video, I want us to have a look at the response, after which, as usual, we are going to dissect it to see exactly what it means politically. The judiciary. Attention news editor, Nairobi, September 12, 2022. Sponsored sustained attack on the Supreme Court on social media. The judiciary's attention has been drawn to a recent wave of sponsored sustained attack targeting the Supreme Court of Kenya. The Supreme Court was established under Article 163(1) of the Constitution 2010 and given original exclusive jurisdiction to hear and determine disputes relating to the elections to the office of the president. The court has therefore only done its work pursuant to the provisions of the Constitution. It is further noted that the court is yet to render its recent judgment, which will outline the basis on which the election of the president-elect was upheld. There is a legal provision of 21 days following the reading of the short version of the judgment to do so. Kenyans are therefore requested to exercise patience as they await the full judgment, which will shed light and provide clarity on the grounds and rationale of the court. Meanwhile, no judge of the Supreme Court has written a resignation letter, as claimed in a section of media, because there is no reason to do so. The court is working in harmony as a cohesive unit. Further, there has been an unfortunate trend of isolating individual judges and attributing the judgment to them. The court has 7 judges who are independent and highly respectful of each other as equals. A unanimous judgment is a collective decision made by the court and not by an individual. The person sponsoring and executing the attacks on social media to disparage the court are advised to desist forthwith. The Supreme Court is committed to diligently serving the people and the Republic of Kenya as per the oath of the office that the honorable judges solemnly took to impartially do justice in accordance with the Constitution as by law established, and the laws and customs of the Republic without any fear, favor, bias, affection, ill will, prejudice, or any political, religious, or other influence. And Directorate of Public Affairs and Communications, Judiciary. That's the full statement by the judiciary. And even before we dig deep, already that statement is contradicting what Mother Koome said some few days ago. Mother Koome, while speaking in Meru, made it very clear to the whole nation that they got some intervention from God, and that's what enabled them arrive at their verdict. And from this statement, let me just read it for you again. Impartially do justice in accordance with the Constitution as by law established and the laws and customs of the Republic without any fear, favor, bias, affection, ill will, prejudice, or any political, religious, or other influence. Religious or any other influence. So, Chief Justice, this statement is just contradicting what Chief Justice said some few days ago. And this just goes on to explain the kind of a mess the Supreme Court is at. There is total disorder in the Supreme Court of Kenya. And upon posting this, Kenyans were quick to answer the court. This is what Kenyans said after the court posting this. Let me just read for you a bit. There is a person, Kulo Conrad. The idea that the attacks are being sponsored is merely hot air, wild goose chase, fool's errand, lost cause, vain attempt, worthless pursuit, nonsense. Kulo is just quoting the word the Supreme Court used against the petitioners. And then there is somebody here saying, William tells, what are you talking about? Yet we know that this is the man who wrote the unanimous decision. You are seeing the man there. And then there is also somebody here, Gideon Kitheka. You people caused us great pain through your abuse and insults. But one day, one time you shall pay. Earth shall judge you mercilessly. Wajinga nyinyi. And then there is somebody here again, Amakanji Thomas. Nonsense. Hamuna akili. How can one judge right judgment for the bench? And then there is also one here, Makandi. I'm one of the Kenyans who was defending the Supreme Court after Monday's judgment, but I got confused when CJ said that they reached the judgment after God's intervention. I thought the judgment was influenced by our constitution and evidence presented before them. We can't go through all the comments. There's so many. And a majority, if not 90%, are attacking the court. Kenyans are not just happy with the Supreme Court. And even from that press statement again, there seems to be a very big problem in the judiciary. They are even now saying that people are being sponsored to attack the Supreme Court. Who is sponsoring them? Kenyans are not just happy with the kind of ruling that was delivered by the Supreme Court. Nobody is sponsoring anybody here. Kenyans are not just happy because Kenyans followed the proceedings live, and we saw the kind of evidence that was produced, and we saw how the judges responded. And let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, from the evidence that was presented before the Supreme Court justices, it was clear that even the court itself could not establish the turnout. The turnout kept moving. And on that basis alone, it's my humble belief that the court could not establish whether somebody attained 50 plus 1%, simply because the turnout was a moving target. And it's on the turnout that you can determine whether somebody attained 50% plus 1 vote. From the evidence that we saw, the turnout was not clear. And also from the evidence we saw, it was clear that Chebukati single-handedly managed the affairs of the commission, contrary to the constitution. Those are clear bases on which I personally believe that the Supreme Court had no option but to nullify the presidential election. But with all those evidences, they still said that that was just nonsense, hot air. How do they expect Kenyans to react? And this is why I maintain, and I repeat, the Supreme Court should be abolished. The 7 Supreme Court judges should all be sent home. They have let this country down. They have failed to deliver. In fact, They have taken this country back to the Nyayo era. It's very clear that their judgment was not based purely on evidence, but on some intervention, as Chief Justice did insinuate. And we are now seeing them, they are trying to intimidate Kenyans. Kenyans won't be intimidated. It's up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, let me put it this way. The Supreme Court will not intimidate Kenyans. Kenyans will talk and they will still continue talking. The Supreme Court is a big embarrassment to a good majority of Kenyans. And in my honest opinion, it should be disbanded. It's not worth being funded by taxpayers' money. It is a letdown. Yes. Martha Koome and your judges, you are a big letdown. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you. God bless Kenya. And to any other person who wants to have a chat with me, or to share information with me, or even to support this channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number, or you can channel any kind of support or contribution to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you.